Like many Americans, or even those across the world, you probably watched some or all of the memorial service for Charlie Kirk. And oh my word, if you haven't watched it, it's probably some of the best content as far as emotional, spiritual, even uplifting content that we've seen in a while. And again, that's a very general, broad statement. Of course, I haven't watched every movie, seen every episode of everything to make that a statistical thing. But just for me, it's just refreshing in the sense that we've honored somebody's life, and we did it in such a beautiful way. And from a Christian perspective, my word, it was wow, so good. That the gospel, true gospel presentation was presented. Feels like a half a dozen or more times. Oh my word, I'm sure some of the speakers were disingenuous to some degree. I get that, but not all of them. And many of them present such a beautiful, simplistic, direct message of the gospel. And I can only imagine how honored and proud Charlie Kirk would be if he was able to view it. I don't know how that all works in the afterlife, but if he's able to view it, I can imagine him being going, wow, I made an impact. I ran the race. I run it really well. And God's going to then take the fruit of my labor, and he's going to expound it and make it even better. And if you haven't watched it, go ahead and take a look at it. It's worth it. I mean, it's long, don't get me wrong. Angela and I took the day, and we were doing some running around town, and we pretty much watched or listened to it since I was driving and didn't get much to watch, but I could listen, and it took us almost all day. So it was a lot. It's a lot, but there was a lot of content. So many rich stuff in there. So you haven't watched it. Now, my most powerful, I think the most powerful part, and I said this to Ange privately, I said, if his wife ever had the opportunity to face the alleged killer, and she could look him in the eye and say to the effect of, I forgive you. And she did. I mean, she didn't do it directly to him, but she had the courage and conviction to say that. If you haven't saw that, oh my word, Angela and I were bawling, because it was like such a powerful moment for every person who sees it. You don't have to agree with the politics. You don't have to agree with even the stance on anything. But you gotta see it. It would be intellectually disingenuous to not say that lady took courage to face someone who took away the most precious thing in her life, her husband, in such a violent way. And she chose to stand on the principles of her convictions of the Word of God and release judgment towards him and forgive him. It doesn't mean she's going to forget it. No way. It's not like she's going to have a tea party with the guy. No, thank you. I'm sure to some level she wants justice to be served. But she had the boldness and the courage to say, I forgive you. I release you of the judgment. I give the judgment piece of this equation to God. Wow. Oh my word. I think me and Ange came unglued for a little bit. It was such a powerful. And that, which every person who doesn't like Charlie's message, for every person who thinks the Christians that were whack jobs or crazy or whatever you want to think, she exemplified to one of the highest ideals, living up to the Christian belief that you can love your enemies. And how much, I mean, nobody in their right mind would say she wouldn't be justified. She wouldn't be justified in hating him. I mean, even Trump, probably, in my opinion, I thought of all the speakers, he did the worst, in my opinion. His was more about himself than about Charlie, but that's another statement. Even he acknowledged that he hates his enemies. Well, he has work to do, because that is not the Christian belief. We're supposed to love those who despitefully use you. Love your enemies. That's the Christian belief. And she exemplified it to the highest degree. And I applaud her immensely for her courage to do it. Love to hear your thoughts. I might put some more thoughts later on about some of the speeches. There's so many great quotes and statements, and like, wow, what a good, wow. I may do a video or two about that, but at least wanted to say what my general thoughts were about the shooting. And that was powerful, man. It was so powerful. I hope that the revival that is going forth in certain areas continues to spread in the hearts of believers. Revival is to revive the dead, right? Us, the Christians who are not out there doing things. I pray it goes forth and spreads, and the message of the cross goes forth, because that was courageous. That was bold, and I applaud her for doing it. She's going to struggle still. I mean, how can you not? But she took the first bold steps by saying that, and well deserved the standing ovation that she got. Well done. All right. Yeah, feel free to leave some comments below. Love to have your take on the day of the service. What was your highlights? Which parts would you like to hear commentary on? Till then, guys, peace.